Hi. 12 years ago, I was going 80 plus miles an hour down a lonely stretch of highway with nothing but suicide on my mind, hoping that the next 18-wheeler that came by was going to end my grief that I had been suffering through for so long. My name is Carrie Tomlinson Flory, and I'm writing a book called October Moon. I started writing this book 16 years ago this September and never believed it would see the light of day. And yet here I am. The book is wrapped around the autumn season and the cycles of the moon, because each represent life, death, going inward, letting go, and rebirth. That is the complete landscape of what my book is about. In less than 4 years, I had undergone 3 significant life losses. In 2011, my bottom lip was bitten off and ended immediately a 27-year career as a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and keynote speaker. 2 years later, right before my last 2 reconstructive surgeries to give me a bottom lip, my one and only son, Taylor, is killed in a vehicle accident on a country back road. The 13 months between my son Taylor's death and being in that truck that night was a long descent of brokenness, loss of identity, not wanting to live anymore, feeling suspended in air while the whole world around me is going on as normal, as usual. The marriage I was in and had already declined throughout the years, I made a conscious choice that night to walk out of a 27-year marriage of alcoholism and abuse that had spiraled completely out of control. I didn't want to be anywhere anymore but dead. That's all I cared about. I just wanted the suffering to go away. October Moon is not just a memoir about personal loss. It's about a deep inner transformation of a woman who had lived 30 of those years of her life in a faith-based structures and denominations that now she had lost. It was gone. Her identity was gone. My religion was gone. And the world as I knew it was no longer recognizable, and I didn't believe it ever could be again. This memoir is about a deep transformation of how I walked through every page in this book that is being written and overcame, and how I walked out of a 30-year faith-based religious structures and back into life in a spirituality that was bigger than I could have ever known. October Moon sets the stage, as does every cycle in our life, for us to transition, for us to grow, for us to come home to our true selves, who we are, what we're about. The religion that kept me captive and away from my God is exactly what these 3 losses brought me back to. My faith, my belief in God, more importantly, to myself and who I am. Thanks for listening. Have a beautiful day.